BBN Fan Show. I'm your guy, Big Mike. I'm here with 21 Crump and Jimmy Engler. Kentucky collapses at Texas. I don't know what happened, man. Jimmy, what happened tonight, man?
I believe it was just towards the end. It was just a lack of discipline. We actually had that game, and we just found a way to lose it. And there was a lot of plays that we just miscommunicated. We just did not, communicate with every other player on the team. It came back and got us.
Absolutely.
Because
Hey,
we had that game up until the 2-minute mark.
Absolutely. Hey, guys. Hey, before you guys say anything else, let me do something right fast because I'm making a change to how I'm doing my lives and stuff. So let me just throw this up right fast. This is going to be on my show. I'm going to post this right at the beginning of all my videos, starting March the 1st. If you are a Facebook user only, I will not be doing any more lives or videos on Facebook starting March the 1st. I need to build my YouTube page, and I can't do that by keep putting everything over on Facebook. So if you only use Facebook, March the 1st, you will not have anything from the Loyal BBN Fan Show video-wise because everything is going to be strictly right here on YouTube. All right, let's get back to this game right here. Let me bring this off right here. And, okay. Hey, 21 Crump, what happened, man?
Man, Bleed Blue 16, if I can point right here.
Yeah.
He just said it. Oweh needs to stop with the hero ball. I don't know how many times this season I've seen him take a shot that we really just didn't need to shoot. And man, at the end of the game, I can think of 2 different times where we just gave the ball away. And like Jimmy said, we just gave the game away by doing that. And man, I tell you what, man, we missed 10 free throws tonight. We turned the ball over in crucial moments. It is just obvious that we need Lamont Butler. It is just obvious. I mean, I don't know what else needs to be said by that, man. It's just another frustrating loss, man. Whew.
I told myself, don't get upset, man. We don't have our point guards. But I do want to comment on the Ortega thing. What happened, bro? Like, he was taking threes. Like, don't worry about taking a 3, big guy. Like, why are you shooting threes for? You ain't hit one all night tonight. Just so maybe you'll hit one. Come on, Ortega. You didn't need those 3-point shots like you did, man. Drive to the basket, get fouled, go to the foul line. Stop settling for the 3-pointer. Selfish ball, man. We are supposed to be an older, mature team. At times, I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure, and we lost that game, man. And but I made it up in my mind that no matter what, I wasn't going to blow a gasket tonight, and it is what it is.
Man, I can think
Jimmy, 21. No,
I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
What eats me up about this? What eats me up about this loss is always inbounding the ball. There's about 2 minutes left. Always inbounding the ball. He throws the ball in between Perry and I can't think of who else was out there on the floor. I think it was Brea, maybe. He throws the ball in between them, and then after he made the bad pass, he throws his hands up and doesn't get back on defense. Like I can't believe it. I know if I was yelling at the TV, I know y'all was yelling at the TV. There's no way.
I was just sitting here and I took my head off and I scratched my head and I'm listening to the rain outside and it's just a car fell out tonight. It was just like we fouled on a 3-point shot. The guy hit it. Luckily he didn't hit the free throw. It was just like the game was in our hands. As horrible as we played tonight, and we could have won that ball game. Everything, it's like we collapsed the last. If somebody can correct me, we collapsed like the last 5 minutes of the ball games, and it's just like I just didn't understand really what happened. I really, really just don't know what happened. I'm just like, man,
Man, go ahead, Jimmy.
It's discipline. You gotta maintain everything that is going on in that game. I mean, you had the lead. You was at Texas, and you was winning the game. That's not like get down and say they almost played that they was down instead of being up. Let's say we're winning this game. Let's put it down and say, hey, there is no way that they can beat us. But it gets down to where, yeah, I know we're missing point guards, but it's just a discipline that you need to actually just say, hey, we're not going to let nobody beat us. But tonight, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
we wasn't, we're not healthy. And I saw somebody's right before I went off. My grandson came in the room. Someone said that we're not healthy, but they still feel encouraged. I'm kind of on the side of still feeling encouraged. We lost, I said 5 minutes. Somebody else pointed out the last 2 or 3 minutes of the ball game is when we lost it. We had it there. It was, I mean, I asked myself in the postgame show, do we let one guy beat us? And what's his name? Johnson? What he had, like 30?
Trey Johnson.
Yeah. What do you have?
Yeah.
30? And it was a freshman.
And he's a freshman.
Yeah, and he just
Yeah,
he just went off, bro. He had 30 plus points.
Yeah.
And I just I don't understand. And as much as I really 𝐀𝐫𝐭𝐒𝐞𝐳𝐜𝐞𝐞𝐤𝐥𝐲, and I think 𝐀𝐫𝐭𝐒𝐿 is one of the heart and soul of our team outside of Butler. Tonight he just played a self out. The question is, did he feel like he had to do a whole lot because Braille wasn't except at the foul line? Maybe he felt that way, but you still can't go outside your game plan if you're not hitting three. A21. What was 𝐀𝐫𝐭𝐒𝐿 from the three as well? If you're not hitting a shot, then stop shooting it. There's no
he was
reason for
1
you.
for 5.
There's no need for shooting it. Just stop. So it was just a lot of selfish ball tonight. Look, out of all this that went on, can we just give some love for Amari Williams? Amari Williams, he played his butt off tonight. He just so happened he got that shot block that would have been as they said, would have been an automatic 2 points, but he got it blocked. And it's just like we just couldn't. Everything that we tried to do towards the end of the ball game, it just didn't up. Ansley, did Ansley even score tonight? I think he might have 2 or 3 points tonight. That was it. Ansley didn't even. So it was just it was one, two.
He had 11.
Oh, he had 11 points.
Ansley had 11 points.
Okay, so it was just what's the name? It was just those guys they didn't step up and they didn't score tonight. So it really hurt us tonight.
I will say, man, Mark, Mark and Johnson. I don't know Mark's first name, but
Okay.
Mark had 26 and Johnson had 32.
Ooh.
And man, they just we basically had 2 guys drop 30 on us tonight.
That's wild,
32
bro.
and 26.
That wouldn't have happened if Lamont Butler was in the game.
I think so too.
And
so
we only had 3 players that scored double figures, but between those 2, they outscored our 3 players.
Well, I mean, look, man. The last time Amari Williams had a triple double, you guys remember what happened? We lost. You know what?
Yep.
You know what he did tonight? He came out, had a big night tonight. What do? We lost again. Amari don't have no more big nights, big guy, because we lose every time you have a every
Yeah,
time
yeah.
every time yeah. Every time Amari Williams has a big night, we lose because nobody else around him is doing anything. I'm not going to allow myself to get angry. I like I just can't allow myself to
No.
get angry tonight. But we got to see what happened, and it's just things right now just ain't going the way that it should be going. So we got to. Someone posted something today, and they said it's a fact that after we have a big top 25 win, the next ball game, if it's unranked team, we lose. We lose.
Well, I hope that continues and goes on to when we play Wednesday night against Vanderbilt. I
And
know you. I know you, Big Mike. I know you want that Vanderbilt win so bad. I
and
do too.
And didn't Vandy beat Texas?
Yeah.
Vanderbilt beat
Yeah,
Texas.
yeah,
Yeah.
they did.
Oh, they had a bad night. It's just one game. Let's not start panicking. I'm a glass half full type of person. We'll be fine. And I'm in there with Lori too as well. It's like as much like as much as I feel upset because we lost the ball game. Considering that we lost the ball game in the last few minutes of the ball games, I can picnic all night long. But that game was ours without Butler, without Jackson, without Braille, without Noah. And we still could have won that ball game in spite of all that went wrong. And for those who didn't really show up tonight, that's pretty encouraging. And I know people don't want to hear that. We lost to Texas. We lost a game that was ours for the taking. It was ours as I think it's Kentucky Rick. I think as he said, it was our game to lose, and we lost it. It's bad. It is. So we'll have to see. And look. They're not going to be back. Those guys are not going to be back for the Vandy game. So we are who we are. This is who we are. And man, dude.
Some key takeaways from this game. Man, we shot 6 of 24 from the 3. We had 10 assists. Mike, I'll let you guess how many turnovers we had. We had 10 assists.
Considering we had 4 or 5 down the stretch, I'm gonna say we had 14 turnovers.
15 turnovers.
Oh
15.
my goodness, bro. See,
Yeah.
and the rulers, once they hit 71 before us with those free throws, I said we're losing the ball game. Yep. And sure enough, we lost the ball game. And that's bad. That's really unfortunate that we couldn't get it, done. That's for sure. Robson had the most heart on this team. It's funny. I see a comment from Bleed Blue. Where's that at right here? And he says Butler, Williams, and Robinson have the most heart on this team. Everyone else is so lazy. A few weeks ago, man, people was like saying Williams was the softest, was lazy. So it's amazing how Williams is taking that, like he's turned the corner on his game, but then the people that we need to continue to be consistent, they tend to be falling off. So, it's our Wildcats, man. We just gotta look. We not get these guys back. We might not get these guys back for the regular season. We might not have these guys back for the SEC tournament. Are we just mentally prepared to be what we are and maybe have a losing record down for the rest of the season? I don't know. But it's just one game. We'll be back. Yeah.
I will say on the bright side of this, with you saying, are we going to be what we are? What we've shown what we are this season is that we beat teams that we're not supposed to beat, and we lose to teams that we are supposed to just absolutely kill. So at this point, seeing how many ranked teams are on the back end of our schedule, I'm kind of okay with it. I hope we just win more games than we lose. That's the name of the game right there right now. So, oh man, it's somebody in my chat while I was covering the game tonight. Somebody said this team just has a habit of playing to competition below them, meaning that we just keep games close when we shouldn't be keeping games close. And I don't know if their defense was just throwing something else at us tonight that was just making our guys uncomfortable or what. But Brea couldn't hit the broadside of a barn tonight. He got fouled. Don't get me wrong. He missed his layup and he got fouled. But like I said, it was a layup and it just didn't drop for him no matter what. Then the next shot that he took, it hit the side, like the bottom left corner of the backboard. Like it just didn't hit the rim at all. And I was like, man, it's just this team's offense and how they've been playing together the entire year just doesn't seem like it's doing it right now. And it's because we're missing Lamont Butler, man. And I hope we can come over that, Like, I can't believe last game we're talking about how no Lamont, no problem, because we just beat Tennessee. But now, it's, we lose to a different team in orange.
We can't be consistent.
Yeah.
And I thought we was on our way until we decided that we didn't want to play basketball anymore for the night. I really thought that we was on our way to a 3-game winning streak. Now we right back in the loss column, and now we trying to figure out again. Is it the team? Is it Coach Pope? Is it the assistant coaches? Is it just nobody stepping up for a major leadership role with this team? Is this something that we can fix between now and before we get to Nashville for SEC tournament play? Is this who we are? I mean, are we saying that we just going to be this way? And it is what it is, and if we can find a way to win a game, we do. Is it panic time? We have so many questions right now, man. So many questions as a program, as a fan base. I don't know. We just, we didn't do it. And I want to get you guys' thoughts on Perry tonight. How do you guys think Perry actually did tonight, Jimmy? Be honest.
Travis Perry, he had 6 points, 2 for 8, 2 for 5 from the 3-point. He didn't get to the line. He had, 1 offensive rebound, defensive rebound. I believe he played just as good as he was asking of him to be able to do. Okay. He had to come in and take over a point guard that, usually we're not going to have to worry about. But right now we are.
What do you think about Perry tonight? 21?
He had a good first half, but just like the rest of the team, bombed it in the second half, in my opinion. Okay. He hit a big shot. He really did hit a big shot in the last minute, and I think that shows some potential. And someone just dropped a comment in here that said we can't blame our freshmen for this loss. When your 2 best players are out, it makes a difference, and it does. It does. And we're gonna have Perry and Noah for 4 years, it looks like, and they're gonna get better over time. But man, I tell you what, even the circumstances or the context of the loss, with us having no Robinson, no Lamont, it doesn't make this loss go down any easier. It absolutely doesn't.
No, no, it does. No, you ain't swallowing this right. No, it really ain't. So I got a question for you guys. The committee put us in the top 16 in the first bracket in the top 16 as a we're number 10 right now. If the committee can look past and excuse us for our numbers because we're not healthy, should the BBN excuse that?
I don't think BBN will. I
No,
mean, quite frankly, I don't think
So
Digital
that's
Nation
the
will.
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I believe.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I believe that the NCAA would be a little bit more lenient than the Big Blue Nation right now.
it's a little different for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I honestly, if we could go in as the last team in, I would have a better feeling about the tournament because at that point, if we're the last team in the tournament, every team is ranked higher than us. And Mark Pope has shown that when a team is ranked higher, we have a better chance of winning against them. I mean, that's
I
just
guess
the
so.
logic right now, man. It's just crazy.
I somebody national champion says heck no. So if you didn't hear the question, let me throw that question out there again. If the committee is taking in consideration a solid team when everybody's healthy, but they know that we're hurt, so they put us at number 10, should the BBN give us a pass too as well because we're not healthy? I don't think so. I mean, I'm not speaking for everybody because I don't speak for the BBN as well. But we need to be a 16 seed, is what David Enoch said. No man, just no man, just no. The committee can't be lenient if we lose 5 out of the next 7. I don't think so. I don't know how they can do that. And because one thing, we don't know when these guys are coming back, man. And see, the thing that scares me now is does our guys try to rush back? Does Coach Pope try to push the guys? Hey, are you better? Are you better? Are you better? Can you go? Can you go? Because now we got to win some games. We can't win. I mean, we can't lose 5 out of the next 7 because these guys are not playing in the ball games. And we got Alabama. We got Missouri. We got Oklahoma. We got Auburn. We got LSU, which they have a weakness when they shouldn't. Guys, we got Vandy. None of these games are guaranteed wins. We can actually go 0-7 for the rest of the season or whatever we got left. It's really that simple. So I ain't sleeping good tonight. I gotta sit and listen to the water hit my house tonight, and I'm gonna wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning with insomnia and say, "What the freak did my Cats do last night? And why couldn't they beat Texas, man? We what 21? How we fix this, man?
How we fix this, someone did say, we're not going to blame our freshmen. They will get better. The fifth
Yeah,
year seniors need to lead, though. And that is exactly right. Owe can't be throwing a fit.
yeah,
He
Yeah,
just can't.
yeah.
We got to be poised. Your goal is to win the game by any means necessary. We got to stay poised.
Yes, it is.
We got to make the correct plays, and we got to fight till the very end. I will say, man, it's just
Yeah,
I don't know why Colin Chandler came into the game at the end real late there. I didn't see what Mark Pope was saying there as to why he subbed him in with the last I think 45 seconds. But man, it's so interesting, our problem right now. I don't think anyone else is dealing with this problem that we are. I think everyone else is pretty much right in the middle about winning games that they should and losing games that they should, No one else has this problem. It's so
yeah.
interesting.
And it's funny because who we play next. What is it, Vandy? They won't be ranked, so I don't know if he'll win or not. No, I'm sorry. We play Alabama next. So maybe we'll win that ball game. We play Alabama, and games like that where we're not supposed to win, we go in and we win them. So where do we go, man? And Jimmy, can we get this fixed before the regular season is over?
we need to. I mean, there ain't there's no question of that. You
Yeah.
have to. I mean, with the coaching staff, Mark Pope, the players, they need to get together and say, "Hey, look, we had this game on the road at Texas.
Yep.
What happened? Let's sit down. Let's talk about this." I know that we was out of a couple players, but that don't matter. You need to win
Yep.
games like this and go through adversity of winning And if you can't do that, how are you going to do that when you're shorthanded? How are you going to do it when you have a full team together?
We don't be able to do that. So I made a correction on that. Thank you for Big Blue Blue. We play Vandy next. That's my apology, guys.
Yeah,
Okay,
we got
that's my
Vandy
apologies for
on
that. Got Vandy.
Vandy
Yeah,
Wednesday.
yeah. Wednesday, not Tuesday night. Okay, so that's good. We got to beat
It's
Vandy with the
Wednesday.
bad news bears and take our lumps at Bama. Then hopefully we get our guys back. I hope Peanut, the jersey, the name, ha ha ha. Oteka got a nice
Man.
car though. Oteka has a nice car though. Yeah, he got a nice car. That's for sure. Gotta close our road games. March Madness coming. Are we in the? Are we? Can I look at this in a way that being that as horrible as these losses are we learning what not to do to get ready for March? Are these all major fixable, teachable moments to help us get ready for March? Like, be more focused in the game. At the end of the game, let's make sure that we we're staying focused on that. Is these type of moments that we had a team in North Carolina State last year who was the bottom of the bottom. What did they do? Their backs was against the wall. They just made it to the championship game. That's all. Is that our case? Coach Pope is not playing for his job, but let me ask you guys, could Coach Pope maybe have called another timeout, slowed everything down, got everybody on the same? Well, actually, you know what? I'm sorry. Forgive me. Guess what? We did come out of the turnover and turn the ball over. On that away timeout. Yeah.
Yeah.
So something I'll say.
Yeah.
Original with your original question, is this something that we can learn from? Are these losses just bad losses and are preparing us for the tournament? I would say yes if we had less than 5 losses. But we don't. There's some real problems here,
Okay.
and we got to address it.
Yeah.
And I think it all starts on the defensive end, man. Like we gotta be able to put hands up in faces without fouling. And I will say our interior paint defense, man, we seem to foul like pretty much every time someone runs into paint on us. There was a couple times where we didn't tonight. Amari Williams did a great job, but you have to remember Andrew Carr fouled out too. Like we get ourselves in trouble in late stretches when we start fouling like how we do.
Tim Elliott says, "Where's the focus? Where's our focus at, Jimmy? Or where should our focus be at moving forward?"
Our focus now is looking at, hey, we have we're 17 wins and 8 losses.
Are we gonna make it to 20?
As Vanderbilt is right now. We're
they
going
own the
into the
tiebreaker.
Vanderbilt game on Wednesday, and they're 17-8. We're 17-8. We need to get these wins at home. We need to start throwing away games, and this was a throwaway game. We had this game won. It was just discipline. They just did not do, and they let. I know there was, Trey Johnson. He went crazy. But with Ortega, doing what he did there and not being disciplined, along with some of the other players that we had on our team that did the same thing. I'm not, blaming any of them, but you get people that fouls out. You don't have players that is actually there playing the game. You can't blame it on everybody.
Yeah. My question is our next 3 games. We got Vandy, Alabama, and Oklahoma. And Oklahoma is an away game, and so is Alabama. Man, this is gonna be rough.
It's gonna be really rough, man. It is, man. Brent Peterson, he put up coach. I'm not sure if I would have put this up if my literacy was better. Coach Pope is below average winning percentage with mid-major teams. Is this a mid? Are you talking about a guest or coaching mid-major teams? Because is Kentucky right now a mid-major team? I mean, we can't say with the games we won, we're not a mid-major team. We're legit. It's just we, as Beth said, we play down to our opponents, and it catches us in the butt every single time. And we just don't show up for these type of games. So $20, we win the next three. Okay, well,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know who's a betting person out there. But let me see if I can throw that up. I probably missed it already. Right here. I don't know who's a betting man out here, but Brady Poor said $20 we win the next three.
Hey, I'd be happy to lose $20, Brady.
I would too. Hey, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, Bookie, put me down for two. You know what I mean? Put me down for two of them.
That's
For
why
real.
BC ain't in here, man. That's why
Yeah.
BC ain't in here. He's taking down all the bets. He's the
He's taking
bookie.
Yeah.
He's our bookie. He's taking down all the bets. That's for sure. Tonight. And we just got to move on, man. Like Wednesday's going to be here. I think this is our only Wednesday night game of the year, too. I think we go back to
Yeah.
Tuesday night next week. So I think so it gives them an extra day to ask themselves, are we going to let Vandy come in here and beat us again? Everybody saying, I take the bet. I take the bet. So hey, you got a lot of takers, Brady Poor. If you're really serious, people will take your bet. Let me take that back. People are going to take your money. So, but hey, I hope you win. I would love to go and win the next three ball games. But it's just I don't know if it's going to happen or not. We can't put together a 3-game win streak for nothing. When's the last time we actually won 3 in a row? We keep losing 2, win 1, win 2 more, lose 1. We can't never get anything going, and we can't be consistent. So you don't really know exactly what's going on. No, Mike, the SEC tournament will be another Wednesday night. Oh, okay. All right. He pointed out something. Mike Dow pointed out something that I hope he's wrong. No, Mike, the SEC tournament will be another Wednesday night game. So what he's saying is we're playing the first night. That's what he's saying. Are we going? Is Kentucky going to fall so bad these last few games that Kentucky's going to play on a Wednesday night in a tournament? Do you guys think Kentucky is really that bad that that's going to be the situation? Because please don't tell me that that's the case. Mike, I like you and everything, but I hope you're wrong. For real, because we can't lose. We can't lose and not to play on a Wednesday night. We ain't built like that, especially not knowing who we gonna have going into the tournament. It's one of them years, man. I guess the bug has bit us, bro. The bug has bit us. I think we'll win the Vandy game. Other two, I feel without our guys and our losses, and I take that. Bet I am out church tomorrow. I'll pray about it. Yeah, I'll probably be praying about this tomorrow too at church too. Kentucky will be playing in the first round. I've never seen this name before, so I'm gonna throw it up. Can you guys read this? Can you guys tell me how do you guys? Hold on, let me see for a second. Jimmy and 21. Can y'all see the name of this individual? 𝐀𝐫𝐭𝐒𝐞𝐲𝐜? Yeah, I pretty much give up. Yeah.
𝐀𝐫𝐭𝐒𝐜𝐞𝐲𝐜,
Yeah.
𝐀𝐫𝐿𝐴 Diaz. I can't do it. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. Anyway, he said Kentucky will be playing the first round. Let me see what Lori said. How can we not blame injuries? Who else has their best 2 players out? Not many teams, man. Not many teams. Tennessee doesn't have their best 2 guys out. I think you said it right, 21. He said yes. I mean, we have to blame it. we have to blame it on injuries. We really do, because everybody's playing sort of out of position. 𝐀𝐫𝐭𝐒𝐜𝐞𝐳𝐜𝐷 didn't come here to play point guard.
No.
You know, Now Williams brought the ball up the court pretty good tonight. I feel like we didn't have any issues in that area. It was just once we got past half court, things just kind of fell apart for us. But we'll be okay, man. I'm not ready to panic yet. I'm concerned, not consistent, but I'm not going to panic just yet. I'm just not going to panic, and I think we're going to be okay. Hey, I think your dog is upset that we lost tonight, 21.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
all of them upset.
Yeah,
Hey,
all
these
of
are
them.
these are the only dogs in the world that love cats. Let me tell you that.
Really? They
No,
love cats.
yeah, they get upset when I get upset. But
Yeah,
man,
I got you.
the reason why I'm upset is like, look, I'm not saying that we can't say that without the injuries, it would be completely different ball games.
Yeah.
That's 100% right. If we had Lamont Butler, he would have locked those two guards down tonight. I mean, it's just how it would have happened. But the reason why I'm upset is because, as we all three know here on this show, that winning is the standard here in Kentucky, and you've got to figure out how to win the game. And we have not done that 8 times this season. Like it's just, man, it's like we started out as a balloon, okay, this season, and we just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And 8 different times this season, we've had a hole popped in our balloon, and it's just some of them needles were bigger than others, might I add.
That's true.
But
that is people lay up the drills on him. I mean, it's just, man, dude. We all sat back and we watched the game, and we can be a little disappointed, because I know we are, because as 21 said, and I think everyone else will say, if you're part of the Big Blue Nation, is that it's a high standard here at Kentucky. And while we know losing is part of the game, and we know no team is, hardly ever going to go undefeated, I think it's just the fashion that we do. And games like this, where we're supposed to win the ball games, we don't win them. And we had mental breakdowns. Do you blame that on the? Now, I understand that the players got to take accountability. The players got to take accountability for their actions. Mark Pope can't throw the ball in between two players. That's a player. Mark Pope is not out there taking bad shots. But is there anything else? Is it anything else that Mark Pope can do as a coach that you guys think? I want to hear you guys' thoughts out there. Is there anything out there that Coach Pope can do to fix the issues that we have as a coach? Or is this something that the players are just going to make up their mind, is that we're gonna have to just play consistent with what we got? We can't sit around and just say, well, we're no good because we got key pieces out. Otherwise, if we're going to do that, then we might as well just throw the towel in and says, we'll see you in Nashville. We can't quit just because guys are hurt. We got to find a way, and it's up to those guys in the locker room, including the coaches, to figure out what's the best remedy to fix our problems that we have moving forward. Otherwise, we're going to be on here twice a week complaining because our cats just can't get it together.
You're exactly right.
So we gotta put those. He said David Innick said put them on a bench. Okay, you can put them on a bench, but what if everybody out there is playing horrible? Then what? You gonna just say, look, we're done. We hitting the showers tonight. Is that the answer? Maybe at certain times. But overall, if we're collectively as a team having these problems, somebody's got to have an answer for that. Somebody's got to be able to fix this problem. Is it safe to say that even though we won the games that we did, which is big games, that we at the point now where Coach Pope is just saying, can we get through this season and I will do better next year? Because, we've done good this year. How do we finish the year strong? Because we always going to revert right back here to where we at right now with our hands up. How do we fix the problem.
Man, I think this is where players really need to step it up and say, we're playing for the name on the front of the jersey. The name on the front of the jersey doesn't give up. I mean, they've been saying this all season, and a loss like tonight doesn't prove to me that these players are playing for the name on the front of the jersey, especially when Oweh is taking hero ball shots.
Yeah, that's I like Ortega. I like him. I think he's the reason. He's the most consistent. He's the most consistent player in the SEC. Period. The numbers don't lie. He's not the highest scoring because the freshman that put up 32 on us tonight, Jackson, or whatever his name is, he's the leading scorer in the SEC, a freshman. But Ortega is the most consistent player. Tonight wasn't that time. Tonight wasn't that over the ball game and try to win when things wasn't going your way. You can't make those critical passes like that. You're too smart. You're too intelligent. Or at least we would like to think that you're too smart and that you're too intelligent to make those type of passes. We'll wake up tomorrow. Our stomachs will be hurting. I'll sit outside at church waiting on my wife to come out tomorrow morning in the cold, and I'll just be saying to myself, what happened? I think we got hosed, Johnson. What happened? We got hosed last night, and we hosed our own selves, and that's what hurts the most. It ain't the loss. We can deal with the loss. If we just get outplayed and we get beat, that happens. But to play and to crash and to just all self-destruct in the last 5 minutes of the ball game, that's crazy. It is. And when you don't get stuff out of Brea, when you don't get stuff out of Carr, Noah wasn't on his shots tonight. He hit a 3 tonight, which was good, but we didn't get that out of our players tonight. And maybe Ortega just felt like if I don't make anything happen, nothing's going to happen tonight because nobody was doing it. So you can look at it from different perspectives, but overall, Kentucky lost that ball game within the last 5 minutes of the ball game is when we got beat because Texas says we're not losing this ball game. It meant more to Texas than it did to Kentucky. Texas is fighting. Coach Pope need to look at those guys and say these guys understood how important this winning this game was. We didn't. We didn't know how important this game was because otherwise we would have got blown out in this game if our injured players were such a major problem and not having them on the floor. We would have got beat by 25 points tonight. We had that game won for the last 5 minutes of the whole game, and we gave it away from careless play, from bad coaching. All of this. That's what it comes down to. They wanted it. We didn't. Because we already know that we already going dancing. So they trying to stay in it, and we already know we in it. So it doesn't even matter to us no more. You got to play with heart. You got to show up every single ball game like it matters. Every single ball game, it matters. Otherwise, just stay home. No matter who's out or who's playing, stay home. Come to play to win the ball game and play for 40 minutes, not 35, but 40 minutes. And that's how you win this ball game. And that's for sure. Yeah. Blue Balls Nation being a human. That's funny, man. Ego over effort. That's it. Yep.
Yeah.
That's actually what it came down to tonight. William, I agree with inexperience in the backcourt makes it hard to close. That's a point. It is. That's a true point. But when you lead in pretty much the whole game with these same individuals, and then you collapse, I don't know. That's one of those things that just make you go, click your pen.
Hey, Jimmy.
What's your prediction for end of the year? How many we gonna lose? How many we gonna win, Jimmy?
Well,
somebody said 3-3. Yeah.
3-3? No. I believe we'll still be. We lost this one. I still think we are going to be 6-2. I believe if we get healthy, I still believe we'll be 6-2.
So are
It
you
could go down to where it's 5-3, but I still
okay?
think we'll be 6-2.
Okay, because right now, if we go 6-2, that means we only losing to Texas and either Alabama or Texas and Auburn. I like that confidence. I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
give the confidence,
yeah,
but
absolutely.
yeah, I don't think we're gonna lose the games. Everybody is kind of saying that. Okay, we got Vandy at home. Then we got to go on the road to Alabama. That's going to be a loss, I
Yeah, I
would
think so.
imagine. But the Missouri game on their floor, I believe we'll win that game, and I believe we'll win the Auburn game at Rupp Arena, and I believe that we'll end up finishing pretty good.
I wanna address this comment from Hank Branham. Mark Pope used this game to get more guys prepared, playing with different lineups. He's doing what he got to do to prepare for March. How you feel about that, 21?
I mean, I would believe it. I'd believe it, but like at the end of the day, man, this loss does not go down any easier. I mean, it just doesn't.
Yeah,
There's nothing. There's
Oh yeah,
nothing.
this
There's
don't make it easy. Yeah.
there's nothing that could make me happy about losing to a James Bond villain down there in Texas, their head coach. Let me tell you what, them
yeah.
glasses.
I know, right?
I was like, man, this guy got the actual spectacles on, and we're about to lose to him. I was like, jeez, man. I I'm nervous, y'all. I'm nervous about the last 6 games on the schedule. I'll just be honest. I know I predicted we'd go 4-0 at home in our last conversation. I still think we do that, but man,
Yeah.
the game at Tuscaloosa and the game in Oklahoma, those are gonna be scary, man. My stomach, my heart is gonna be up in my throat, man. Like it's just I'm not 100% on how I feel right now about this team finishing out. If we have no Lamont or no Jackson Robinson.
Yeah. I mean, and we got to go to Missouri too
Yeah, I
to close out the
forgot about
season.
that one.
That's the last game of the season.
Man, that's wild, bro. That's wild. Let me see. What is it? Let me see something for a second. Hey, if anybody want to call in to the game, the number is 270-220-0994. I'll probably take about 2 calls tonight. So if you want to call in to the show, please do 270-220-0994. And Vandy is scary since we probably don't have Butler. And Vandy beat Texas. But Vandy can say that they beat Texas and we didn't, and we can say that we beat Tennessee twice and they didn't. So let's get a toss up. We just beat a top 5 team, and then you guys beat a no ranked team. So let's just see where this happens at right here. Yeah. So if anybody want to call in, 270-220-0994. I'll probably take about 2, maybe 3 phone calls before we get out of here. So if anybody want to call and scream, just no cussing. If this is your first time calling in or whatever, you get the NCAA tournament, and the Kentucky bracket will be full of guards-oriented teams. Missouri is a loss. Vandy is a loss. Alabama is a loss. Ain't nobody to guard them. That's scary, man. George Jackson, I'm going to need you not to comment no more, big guy, because for sure, I don't like being nervous, George Jackson. So we beat Vandy by what we do. I mean, look, Vandy is not a pushover, man. I'm not ready to just I'm not ready to just go in and just put a W in front of Vandy this year. It's just not going to happen, man. Vandy's playing too tough. I mean, they was up by 16 today. I think it was 14 or 16. Up to Tennessee, and then they had a letdown, and Tennessee came back and won the game. Um, I'm not ready. I mean, I don't think we had. Do we ever have Tennessee down by? I think we had Tennessee down by that much once, maybe 14. We had Tennessee down by 14 at one point, and then Tennessee cut back into it. So, but it's a payback game. let's see if we're ready for it. They already beat us. You know, we don't get Georgia. We got beat by Georgia. We don't get them. We don't get them again. We don't get Texas again. So maybe this is our one chance. This is our one chance to actually maybe get some a rematch game and actually get a victory this time. So it's up in the air, and we'll just see what happens. But we'll be okay. I definitely don't like ending shows on a bad note, even though we lost the game. And 21 says, I don't care what you say, Big Mike, it's not going to make this. It's not going to make the loss any easier. And I feel it. It's just not, man. Yep, it's just not, man. Pope is trying to make a peanut butter sandwich with cream cheese right now. Kentucky win or lose, I like it, man. You all right. I'm starting that mess. Let me see. Can I do that? Yeah, I'm gonna start that message. That's funny, bro. Kentucky trying to make a peanut butter sandwich with cream and cheese. Cream cheese.
I will say the good thing,
right on.
being positive. Our freshmen didn't miss a single free throw tonight. They did turn the ball over 5 times collectively, but our freshmen showed that they can hit free throws in close games.
Yeah,
that's wonderful. Another good note, man, is that even though we've lost a lot this year, we've been entertained. I mean, we have no idea how these games are going to turn out.
Yeah. Wow. We have no. I mean, you just show up and then you hope for the best. I didn't, I saw people put in the comments that Amari Williams couldn't hit a free throw. I must have only seen the 5 free throws that he hit tonight because I didn't realize that he went 5 for 11 tonight.
Yeah.
Did he really miss 6 free throws tonight?
Yes.
Wow, man. Oh my goodness, dude.
That was part of a difference right there. But we also had other people that missed free throws. So, what was it? 21 with the free throw percentage.
Oh, we went 20 for 28 overall.
We shot 71% from the field. Wow, man.
That 3-point one, I tell you what, I was shocked when I saw that 3-point percentage today. 6 for 24 overall as a team. I couldn't believe that. I mean, I guess that old adage is true. You live or die by the third.
Well, they only hit 5, didn't they?
What we did? We
no, Texas.
Yes. Texas. Texas only made 5 3. But they're not a good free throw shooting. I mean, they're not a good shooting team. No. And they don't even play great defense at home. Just so happened Kentucky was there. And like I said, Texas can beat Alabama, Texas can beat Auburn, Texas can beat anybody else in the country. But it'll never be the same when they play Kentucky and beat Kentucky. It will always be a bigger win when they beat Kentucky. And their first year in the SEC, what did they do? Oh man, we beat Kentucky. They ain't nobody. We beat Kentucky.
Well,
but make sure they put an asterisk. Make sure they put an asterisk beside that win, though.
Yeah. Well, all these teams, they're going to be in the SEC tournament in Nashville. They're going to be looking, okay, well, we might have beaten Kentucky one time. I don't know that it might happen again. They're going to be scared if we are healthy. And I believe right now, it doesn't matter if we're really healthy or not. Yeah. It's just making the better decisions and, making the right plays at the right time. And I think tonight we've made some bad plays at the wrong time. We made some good plays at the right time that gave us the lead. Yeah. But when we lost focus.
Yeah.
Someone said that they could see the quit in Amari's face. Did he quit, or was he just was he disgusted on people playing hero ball?
I mean, I
don't
saw
know.
more quit on more than just Amari's face. You know, I mean, I just did. I mean, it
Yeah.
just seemed like a team collapse. I mean, I can't. As much as I'm mad about Owe doing the stuff that he did, I mean, it's not 1v5, it's 5v5. You know, so
Yeah.
Yeah. So Brady Poor, who took the $20 bet, says we are cutting down the nets on Sundays at the SEC tournament. Bro, that would be nice. That would be nice in the SEC tournaments. That would be, dude. We have 8 losses. No one is scared of us. No one is scared of Kentucky anymore, man. 1,800 can cope. We are asking a bunch of spot up 3-point shooters to play defense and make decisions. Just not enough Butler. Yeah, I mean, it's sad when you got such a one player like that, and when he's out, you can find ways to win ball games. But in those games that you struggle, you can tell that only if Butler was around or if we had another Butler in the game could be a whole lot better. And the comment earlier about the point guard play, the teams that we got to play next, I just don't like. We're struggling, and Mark Spears is one of the best in the business, and we got to go play him. And Auburn has solid guards. Missouri got solid guards, and how do we guard them? And do we find a way to really get it? To really get the question that I have to ask myself, because I don't know anymore if it's something that we can possibly do. But if the shots fail, we wouldn't be complaining about Williams or Owe. Come on, guys.
correct.
I mean,
Correct.
that's right. You are absolutely correct. We would, and Hank, that is exactly why I made the comment earlier. Is that regardless, it gives me a little confidence knowing that when we had the ball game in our hand with 5 minutes or 4 minutes left in the ball game, and then we collapse, I can't allow myself to get overly angry because that gave me hope moving forward. Now, I know we got to play a couple of teams that's better than Texas. A few teams have already beat Texas. So it's like I'm upset because we didn't have enough between the coaches and the players to calm ourselves down and make sure that we was all ready for this moment. And if we did do it, and then if we wasn't ready, then maybe this is a coachable moment, and 21 knows this doesn't make the law. But can we learn so we can smile later? I think that's the biggest thing for this team for this year. Are we going through these pains so all the BBN will have something to smile about down the road on this year and not have to wait till next year to continue to root for the Wildcats because we're moving in the right direction. And that's still to be seen as well. You beat a number 4, number 5 team in the nation, and then you go down to Texas and then you lose because you're not good enough in the last 5 minutes when you're playing against, Tennessee with their strong defense, and we found a way to beat them. It's just something's not right. The locker room is definitely going to have to fix them. So let's see what happens. As a true blue, it's hard not to get mad. It's really hard not to get mad. It's extremely hard not to get mad, bleed blue. But we got to take something positive from this game. And I must be smoking. I must be on something for saying this because it hurts. I must be on something. 21 said, yes, you are. You are definitely on something for saying that. But I have to feel confident. I got to feel confident about us moving forward. So, it is what it is, man. It is.
KY till I die.
KY to you.
I will tell you this. This is when I would be scared if we had Jackson Robinson, we had 𝐀𝐫𝐭𝐒𝐜𝐢𝐞𝐧𝐜𝐞𝐖𝐞𝐞𝐤𝐥𝐲, and we had Lamont Butler playing in these games, and we lost. We didn't have any 3 of these players playing tonight.
Yep.
Any game we lost this year, we have not had any of them playing.
Yeah.
And that makes me excited because at the very end of the year, when these players are healthy,
Yeah.
these these teams are going to say, "Oh God, we got to play them again in the
Yeah.
SEC tournament," and they're going to be like, "We wronged them one time. Don't wrong me one time because it's going to come back and get you."
Yep, that's true. We won't be on here very much longer. I'm getting really bad lightning here in my area. So
I can hear it.
uh, can you hear it?
I just heard that one. That one was
I can
loud.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
the rain and everything here too.
Yeah, so everything. So I should have put this out in the first of the video. I know I know the rain in Kentucky is bad right now. It's bad here too
Yeah,
as well. But I know a lot of parts of Kentucky. I think it's you guys correct me too as well. I think it's Eastern Kentucky maybe getting hit really hard. I may be wrong,
Yeah.
but somebody can correct me in it. But definitely prayers for those guys. Please take care of yourself, man. Being in a rainstorm like this and losing to Texas, those combinations is like electricity. They just don't go together. Electricity and water, they don't go good together. So please take care of each other and take care of your families. And please be safe out there. You also got to take in consideration. I like what Hank said. Even Carr's not 100% as well
no,
too. So sloppy defense is trash and effort is unacceptable. As you know what, as much as I keep things positive, I tell people all the time, man, let me know how you feel. And I'm gonna throw this comment up and I don't know how other people feel about it, but I'm gonna throw up Williams' comments. And this is how he feels. Offense is sloppy, defense is trash, and effort is unacceptable. I
Yeah.
guess.
Speaking on defense, would you all like to see us full court press? That could be something to switch it up. And a lot of people say they want to see Mark Pope turn into Patino, and I know Patino's teams like to press.
well,
Yeah.
we have to be healthy to do that.
Yeah. Well, with our freshmen being young, do you think, being young, do you think that would be able to, kind of offset it? Kind of, it's a good way for them to exert the energy, is what I'm saying, I guess. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I would like to see it. I'd like to see us mix our defense up so much more than what we do because, we just get back to the same old
Yeah.
on defense. I'd love for us to constantly change up our defense throughout the game, just like how we do our offense. I think that's a good, it'll catch a lot of
Yeah,
people off guard.
Okay.
yeah. I
Man, guys,
believe.
this rain.
Yeah, I believe that'd
Yeah.
be. That's a great. Great game plan coming in. It's just like
Yeah.
when we was talking about, or you was talking about 21 about the younger players. They've not done that probably in their lifetime. I mean, when I was
Yeah.
playing in high school, we never did a full court press. It was like when
Yeah.
you was in college and stuff, you did stuff like that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Man, I
you
hope we
know,
find something.
we gotta find a way
Hey,
to fix this for real.
everything's a possibility, and I'm not giving up on this team. And like I know if uh uh BC was here right now, he'd be like, "Why y'all giving up? Don't be giving up. Do
Yeah.
not give up. This team is still here. We are not going to give up for nothing. This team is here to stay."
Yeah.
Hope has great game plans. I know we lost tonight, but hey, let's get back up and let's pack it up and go back to Rupp, play a game. Let's win these games. Let's go. If we're going to be playing against Missouri, we're going to be playing against Oklahoma. Let's win them games too.
Yeah.
We just need to be healthy. This team needs to be healthy, and it's going to be a hard out if we are healthy.
Yeah, it is. And that's just that's just something that we gotta, take the bad with the good in a situation like this. And just I just, I it's hard not to say that we just are who we are. Especially we are who we are without those two guys in the ball games, or even three guys and a half of Andrew Carr. We are who we are. If we can go out and still a win, yes, we excited. But at the end of the day, with what we got, with the injuries we got, has it just become? I mean, even Kentucky football, we just get injuries, and it's always the wrong person. What's up?
Hey, take out 3 players of any team that we have played off of their roster and see what they do when they play us.
3, but it's got to be 3 key players.
Yeah.
Well, no, take 2 of their starters out and 1 key player. Basically, what we're doing right now with Lamont out and Jackson out, those are 2 starters. Take out Kerr. Kerr was a backup, and he hasn't played since the Gonzaga game. Okay, take those 3 out of the play and see if these SEC teams can play against us.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point, and maybe that's why the committee was kind of looking at us like, you know what?
Hey, we're still a 3
if Kentucky
seed.
is,
And I believe I believe we'll still be a 3 seed after the loss we had tonight. They're looking at it saying, okay, yeah, but they had 2 players out. They got really 3 players out with 𝐀𝐫𝐭𝐒𝐤𝐞𝐳 not to be in there. So
yeah. No, 𝐀𝐫𝐭𝐒𝐤𝐞𝐳 wasn't a starter. He came in and relieved.
Yeah,
Butler.
he was a relief. He
was a starter.
Yeah, he was Lamont Butler's backup.
Yeah, that's true. Auburn ain't falling for our antics. Alabama couldn't even get them. And Ed Carr medical issues. We just I have a feeling we're going to drop down after this loss. I have a feeling that we're going to drop down to the 4 line after this. Yeah.
Hey, a 4 line that'd be fine with me.
Okay.
That would not be a problem with me of us being a 4 seed. The thing is, I think with everything that's happened, it's just brought, like, I think somebody was just saying that it's helping our freshmen get ready for next year and for the rest of the use this year because they have got a lot of experience.
Okay. Sia Blue says probably a 5 seed after the SEC tournament. That's bad, man. Yeah, that's bad. So we'll see. Larry Dickinson, thank you so much for joining the show. That's 4 losses that should not have been Ohio State, Georgia, Vandy, and Texas. I believe the wins over Duke and Gonzaga set a bar a little too high for Pope and a brand new team in the toughest conference in the country. Let's give a little grace to Pope. I mean, like I said, I mean it is what it is. I mean, we're missing key players, and we know that if we would have had either Butler or Robinson tonight, you would have probably seen us walk out of the gym with a W, but we didn't. So we got So we got to see. We got to see what they do, and just see how we kind of rebound from this, and see if we are a team that says, okay, we lost. Then let's go beat Vandy. And for me, I get over this Texas loss if we beat Vandy. I get over it real fast. I will. I don't want to lose to Vandy this time. It's hard to blame injuries when you have the game away. Yeah, I agree. That's saying I don't want to sit here and blame the injuries for losing this game because we had the game in our hands until the last 5 minutes of the ball games, and we didn't have those guys to play the way we did. And so I'm not necessarily blaming that we lost the game. I'm not. People can say what they want to say. I'm not blaming that we lost the ball game because we didn't have these guys. I think if we would have had them, then maybe we'd have that experience that someone mentioned earlier that we can close out the ball game. But we had the ball game beat even with Brea not scoring, even with Carr in foul trouble, even with the freshmen not really doing a whole lot, even with Oweh shooting shots that he ain't got no need, that he shouldn't be taking. You take all that into consideration, and we still could have won the ball game. That's why I'm still happy about the situation, even though we lost. We can still come back and win some. We can still win some basketball games because I feel like we have it in us. And if we get those two guys back on the floor and healthy, we okay. The backcourt closes games, so injuries are the reason directly. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So if we did good up to the last 5 minutes of the ball game, and then we fell apart, and that's why I said if we would have had those guys, maybe we could have closed it out, and I think that would have made a big difference for sure as well. I mentioned
Yeah.
this. Yeah, go ahead.
If we had Lamont Butler with being up 4 points,
Yeah,
how much difference you thought that would be?
yeah,
With everything that's going on, I mean, we this is a hard pill to swallow. What
yeah,
we did tonight, but
yeah.
okay, reverse it and go back a year from out right now. Are you more happier right now with what's going on than
I
it
am.
was 1 year ago right now?
I do. Um, I'm happier now with what's going on because these games, the games that we beat, some of the teams that we beat this year, I think that we wouldn't have beat them last year, even though we
No.
had even though we had more solid players. I just think I don't think it would have worked out that way as well. So I agree 100% with what Hank says. We can't. It's unfair to jack him tonight. And it's not all on Taker. It's not
No.
all on him. I think collectively, I like to look at the coaches, the players, everything just failed us tonight in the last 5 minutes. And that's why we lost that ball game. Because we could have lost it if it was at times when we was rushing. Like I didn't understand certain times when we was up and they was letting the ball roll so they wouldn't touch it. Man, touch the ball so the clock can run. We don't want to go all the way down the court and the clock is not running. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but why let the ball roll when we're leading? Eat the clock up. That's what we do in football. You run and you
Yeah.
and you chew the clock up, and we didn't chew the clock up. And that's something that Coach Pope should have said, we don't do that. When the ball is taken out, go to it and get it, and let's run this clock, and we don't have to be in a hurry because we got the lead. Be aggressive when the shot is there, but don't take any ill-advised shots just to be taken and being smart with it. So that comes from the sideline, and that's something that I hope going in SEC play and the tournament, and even for the rest of the year, we can look at this and we can learn from this because we got to take this serious because time is running out on us, and we gotta be able to fix this. That's for sure. So, but we'll get it together as well. So we'll see. So I'm gonna throw this up on the screen one more time. If there's anybody in here watching Facebook or whatever that maybe just joined, come March the 1st, there's no more Facebook Lives. There's no more. I'm going to stick everything strictly here to YouTube. If you want to come, it's the same thing. I'm just going to be on YouTube. I'm just not going to be on Facebook because I'm trying to grow my YouTube, and I can't do that if I'm always putting everything. Like I might have 500 views for a video on YouTube, but I put it on Facebook, and I might get 2,000 views. Like I'm not really trying to build Facebook. I'm trying to build my YouTube. So if you're on Facebook and you haven't joined, please consider I'm subscribing. So my apologies for those who are strictly YouTube that have to listen to this every video up until then. I apologize in advance, but I have to make sure that people fully understand that come March the 1st, you won't get any more lives from my show. So I appreciate it. 21 got a show called 21. I mean, it's called Kentucky Live what's that show about? 21.
Yes, sir. So, and as most people know on the show, I live in Lexington, Kentucky, and on KY Live, what we do is we talk a little bit of everything to do with Kentucky. It's not just Lexington news. Pretty soon over the summer, we're going to start going out remote and putting some boots on ground and really giving a spotlight to Kentuckians that deserve it, and also Kentucky businesses that deserve it. So I would really appreciate if everyone could slide on over to KY Live, give me a subscribe, and then maybe go over into my community tab and let me know of some Kentuckians that you would like to hear on a podcast, or just have a spotlight shined on them, because that's definitely my plan with that channel.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good show, bro. It is. Thank you so much for that. So, hey guys,
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Yeah, absolutely. So Jimmy does my recruiting, and 21 does our producing behind the scenes, and BC is still under the weather, so he couldn't join us tonight. But this is our team right here. This is what we're doing, and we're trying to take this right here to the next level as well. So I didn't get any phone calls tonight. That's okay. We're going to keep pushing with the phone calls, because I want the phone calls to be a regular part of the show. And for all you YouTubers out there who follow me, who follow us, who support us, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all of that. So 21, Jimmy, thank you guys for jumping on with me tonight to do the post-game show with me. I always appreciate it. Thank you, Coach. Yep. And all of you guys out there, please be safe. Thank you guys. Please be safe. Thanks, Ace. I appreciate your words. Eastern Kentucky, Harlan County in particular, I think it is, that David Enix put out. Prayers for you guys. Please be let people know where you at. Keep in contact so people will know that you're safe, because water does not discriminate. Water will take you away. Okay, that water will take you away from here. So be safe and let people know. Communicate if you can. I hope everybody has food, and please stay warm during this time. So until next time, a tough night for sure for the Cats, but we're okay because we got each other. But until next time, this is the Loyal BBN Fan Show. I'm your host, Big Mike, with 21 Crump, who hosts Kentucky Live, and Jimmy Engler, who is our recruiting guy. Until next time, you guys take care.